Good afternoon, students. Now I am doing class for class 12 science. The topic is the same topic that we are doing in the last online class. That is, the topic is inverse circular function. So we will continue the problem now. So in the last class we did question number 31. So let's start from question number 32. So if two angles of a triangle are tan inverse half and tan inverse 1/3, then find the third angle. So it is given that in a triangle there are three angles, isn't it? You have to find out the third angle. The first two angles are given as one is tan inverse half and the other one is tan inverse 1/3. So you have to find out the third angle. Okay, so you know that the three angles of a triangle, the sum of the three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree or pi in terms of radian, right? So let us assume the third angle. So solution, let the third angle be theta. Okay, so let the third angle be theta. So what is the sum of the three angles of a triangle is equal to pi, that is 180 degree. You know that, isn't it? So therefore you can write here tan inverse half plus tan inverse 1/3, right? Tan inverse half plus tan inverse 1/3 plus theta is equal to what? Pi. Okay? So now how do you simplify it? You can use the formula here. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. You know that tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to, what is the formula? Tan inverse within bracket in the numerator x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Okay, so what is x in this case? Half, and what is y in this case? 1/3, right? So or this is tan inverse within bracket half plus 1/3 divided by 1 minus xy, that is half into 1/3, right? Now plus theta is equal to pi. So here theta is an unknown quantity. Okay, so now let us simplify it. Or this is tan inverse within bracket in the numerator. What's the LCM? 2 and 3. What's the LCM? It is 6. 6 is divided by 2. 3 times 3 ones are 3. Plus 6 is divided by 3. 3 twos are 6. 2 ones are 2. And in the denominator, what's the LCM? 3 twos are 6. So 6 ones are 6. 6 is the LCM here. 6 ones are 6 minus 1. Right? So here you can cancel. 6 gets cancels. Okay? Then plus theta is equal to pi. Is that clear now? So next, let us simplify it again. Or tan inverse within bracket, we have 3 plus 2 5 divided by 6 minus 1 is also 5, plus theta is equal to pi. Plus theta is equal to pi, that is in terms of radian. Or this is tan inverse 1 plus theta is equal to pi. You know that, isn't it? So how can you find out the value for that inverse circular function? Tan inverse 1. So instead of 1, what can you write? Tan of which angle is 1? If this is tan inverse, you have to convert it into tan inverse tan x form, so that you can write only x. So instead of 1 here, what will you write? Tan of which angle is 1? Tan pi by 4. Okay. Or tan inverse, this is tan pi by 4. Then plus theta is equal to what? Pi. Okay. Or what is that? Tan inverse tan pi by 4. It is pi by 4. Then plus theta is equal to pi, right? Now get the value of theta. Here the unknown value is theta, and we had assumed the third angle as theta. Or theta is equal to, how much is it now? Pi minus pi by 4. Now what is the value of theta? You can take the LCM and simplify it. Okay, 4 into pi, 4 pi. So it is minus pi. Is that clear? So next, So what is the value of theta? Therefore, theta is equal to this one is 3 pi by 4. So that is your answer. So what is the required third angle? The required third angle is equal to 3 pi by 4. So you have to write here, write down the answer. Required third angle is equal to, how much is it? It is 3 pi by 4. So this is the answer. So I think you have understood it. Now we'll do the next problem, that is 33, right? You copy. So now we will do the next question, that is question number 33. So this question number 33 is similar to 32. Okay, let's do this question. If two angles of a triangle are tan inverse 2 and tan inverse 3, then what is the third angle? Two angles are given as tan inverse 2 and tan inverse 3. You have to find out the third angle. This is also, these are the three angles of a triangle. You know that the sum of the three angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. So let us assume here the third angle as theta. So its solution, let the third angle be theta. So which are the three angles here? Tan inverse 2, tan inverse 3 and theta. Theta is an unknown quantity. What is the sum of these three angles is equal to pi, that is 180 degree. So therefore tan inverse 2 plus tan inverse 3 plus theta is equal to what? Pi. Okay. So, or let us simplify it. Tan inverse 2 plus tan inverse 3. You can use the same formula. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. You know that, isn't it? So it is tan inverse within bracket 2 plus 3 divided by, that is x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. That is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Okay. Then plus theta is equal to pi. Now let us simplify it. Or tan inverse 2 plus 3, 5 divided by 1 minus 6 plus theta is equal to pi. Okay. Now or tan inverse 5 by tan inverse 5 divided by, what is 1 minus 6? That is minus 5. That is, it is minus 5, right? So 1 minus 6 is minus 5. Then plus theta is equal to pi. Plus theta is equal to pi. Now let us simplify it. 5 gets cancels. Or tan inverse, this is minus 1. 5 and 5 you can cancel it. It is 1, right? So it is minus 1. Plus theta is equal to pi. Plus theta is equal to pi. So now what will you write for minus 1? Will you write tan of minus pi by 4? Actually, in case of finding the value of tan inverse minus 1, you have to consider the principal value. But in this case, you cannot write down the principal value as tan of minus pi by 4. If you write instead of minus 1, you may write tan of minus pi by 4, because tan of minus pi by 4 is minus tan pi by 4, which is equal to minus 1, isn't it? So if you write tan inverse tan of minus pi by 4, it will be minus pi by 4. So when it goes to the right hand side, it becomes pi plus pi by 4, which is more than 180 degree. But you know that the sum of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree, but not more than 180 degree. In this case, we are getting one of the angles as more than 180 degree. The एउटा triangle को यहाँ angle चाहिँ के आउँदैछ, more than 180 degree आउँदैछ. यो कहिले पनि हुनु सक्दैन. It is impossible. So that's why you cannot write here tan of minus pi by 4. Is that clear? If you write tan of minus pi by 4 here, what is tan inverse tan of minus pi by 4? Minus pi by 4. So when this minus pi by 4 goes to the right hand side, it becomes plus pi by 4. Okay, so that will be more than 180 degree. And one of the angles of a triangle cannot be more than 180 degree. कुनै एउटा ट्रायंगलको एंगल 180 degree भन्दा बेसी कहिले पनि हुँदैन. That is impossible. Okay, that's why in this case -1 is there. So you have to find out the angle in the second quadrant, because in the second quadrant and in the third quadrant tan is in the second quadrant and in the fourth quadrant. In the third quadrant tan is always positive, but in the second and the fourth quadrant tan is always negative, right? Tan is positive in the third quadrant, so you cannot find out the angle in the third quadrant. Okay, but tan is negative in the second quadrant and in the fourth quadrant, right? Is that clear? Tan is always negative in the third quadrant, but tan is positive in the third quadrant, right? Tan is positive in the third quadrant, so you cannot find the angle in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant it will be more than 180 degree. So one of the angles of the triangle cannot be more than 180 degree. But you can find out the angle in the second quadrant, isn't it? So here -1 is there. So find out the angle in the second quadrant. Is that clear? So let us find it. Or tan inverse, tan of which angle? Now tan of which angle in the second quadrant is -1? Let us find it. So second quadrant भनेपछि हामी के गर्छौं 180 minus गर्छौं, but not 90 plus. If you do 90 plus, trigonometrical ratio will change and the value will also change. You will not get the answer in that case. Okay, so always subtract some angle from 180 degree. Okay, 180 degree means pi, so it is pi minus, now tan of which angle is 1? Pi by 4, so write pi by 4, right? That is tan of pi minus pi by 4 means minus tan pi by 4, which is equal to -1. So that's why instead of -1 you have to write tan of pi minus pi by 4. Is that clear? So it is plus theta is equal to pi. Okay, so or tan inverse tan of within bracket, how much is it? 4 pi minus pi, 3 pi by 4, plus theta is equal to pi. Is that clear? Now what is tan inverse tan theta? You know that tan inverse tan theta is always theta, but here in this case it is 3 pi by 4 plus theta is equal to pi. Clear? Now next, or what is the variable theta now? Theta is equal to pi. 3 pi by 4 taken to the right hand side, it becomes minus 3 pi by 4, or theta is equal to below pi, there is 1. What's the LCM here? 4. 1 day 4 divided by 4, 4 into pi, 4 pi minus 3 pi. Or what is the value of theta here? Which is equal to pi by 4. So this is the third angle. So what is the required third angle in this case? It is pi by 4. So required third angle is equal to, how much is it? It is pi by 4, right? So this is the answer. Understood? So copy it. So now let's do this similar type of question, but this question is not given in the book, right? So now if the two angles of a triangle are tan inverse 1 and tan inverse 2, so what is the third angle? You have to find out the third angle. Okay, the method is same. Let the third angle be theta and the sum of the three angles of a triangle is equal to pi, right? So let's do the solution. Let theta be the third angle. Let theta be the third angle. So now the three angles of a triangle here are tan inverse 1, tan inverse 2 and theta, isn't it? That is tan inverse 1 plus tan inverse 2 plus theta is equal to pi. Clear? Next, or What is tan inverse 1 plus tan inverse 2? Use the formula. Same formula used here. That is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. So tan inverse, what is x plus y? It is 1 plus 2 divided by 1 minus, this is xy. That is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, which is equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Now you know that formula, isn't it? Then plus theta is equal to pi, right? Or tan inverse, now this is 2 plus 1, 3 divided by 1 minus 2 plus theta is equal to pi, right? Or tan inverse 3 divided by minus 1 plus theta is equal to pi, right? Or tan inverse within bracket minus 3, right? Then plus theta is equal to pi. Now, how can you get the value for tan inverse minus 3? But 3 is not the standard value of tan. Tan of which angle is 3? Tan of which angle is 3? We don't know, right? So let us simplify it. So how do we simplify it? Let us assume let beta is equal to tan inverse minus 3. Okay? So, or now you can take that tan inverse to the left hand side, so it becomes tan, isn't it? So it is tan beta. So tan beta is equal to minus 3. Again take that minus sign to the left hand side again, or minus tan beta is equal to 3. Now again, instead of minus tan beta, how do you write it? That is, you know that the formula for minus tan beta is tan of 180 minus beta, isn't it? So if you write tan of pi minus beta, what is tan of pi minus beta? It is 180 minus beta, lies in the second quadrant, and you know that in the second quadrant tan is always negative, is equal to minus, and 180 is even multiple of 90, so tan remains same, so minus tan beta, right? Take sign here. So instead of minus tan beta, you may write tan of pi minus beta. So write down tan of, this is pi minus beta, which is equal to 3. Okay. Next, take tan to the right hand side. What does it become? Pi minus beta is equal to tan inverse 3. So let us get the value for beta. Or pi minus tan inverse 3 is equal to beta, right? So next, now in the next step, you write beta on the left hand side and pi minus tan inverse 3 on the right hand side. You don't have to change the sign here. अब हामीले right side को left side में लेख्दैछौं, left side को right side में लेख्दैछौं भने you don't have to change the sign. You know that, isn't it? So what is the value for beta now? It is pi minus tan inverse 3. Okay. So actually what was beta? Beta was tan inverse minus 3. So tan inverse minus 3 is equal to pi minus tan inverse 3. That means we have got the value for tan inverse minus 3 is equal to pi minus tan inverse 3. Is that clear to all of you? So we have got the value for tan inverse minus 3, which is equal to pi minus tan inverse 3. Okay. Now let us write down it again. That is tan inverse minus 3 plus theta is equal to pi, because you have to get the value for theta from here, isn't it? So now again, tan inverse minus 3, that is plus theta is equal to pi, right? Is that clear? But what is the value for tan inverse minus 3? It is pi minus tan inverse 3 plus theta is equal to pi. So here now you can cancel this pi from both the sides. On both the sides you can cancel that pi, isn't it? So minus tan inverse 3, take it to the right hand side. So or what is theta is equal to? That is tan inverse 3. So what is the value for theta here? It is tan inverse 3. So what was that theta we had assumed? What is that theta we had assumed? That theta is the third angle. So what is the third angle in this case? The third angle is tan inverse 3. So write down required third angle is equal to, what is it? It is tan inverse 3. This is the answer. So required third angle is equal to tan inverse 3. So यसको answer चाहिँ कति आयो? Tan inverse 3. Is it clear now? So write down this one. So now, these two problems are your homework, right? These are not given in the book, okay? So the first question is, if the two angles of a triangle are tan inverse 1 and tan inverse 3, find the third angle. So you can do it similarly as we have done in the previous one, okay? So tan inverse 1 and tan inverse 3 are given as two angles of a triangle. So you have to find out the third angle. You can use the same method. So its answer will be, यसको answer आउँछ tan inverse 2 आउनु पर्छ. अगाडि गरे जस्तो पाराले गर्नु. ठीक छ? अनि यो क्वेशन पनि होमवर्क. Find the value of tan inverse 1 plus tan inverse 2 plus tan inverse 3. त यसको answer आउँछ. यो पनि same method use गर्नु. That is tan inverse 1 plus tan inverse 2 लाई simplify गर. Then tan inverse 3 सँग simplify गर्नु. You should get the answer as pi. The answer for this part will be tan inverse 2 and answer for this second question will be pi. So these two are your homework. You can do it yourself. Okay? So these are also important questions, right? Copy it. So now let's do question number 34. The question is solved here. Solve means you have to find out the value of a variable. So here the variable is x. You have to get the value for x. Okay. So the equation is given as 2 sin inverse x is equal to cos inverse x. It is given that, right? So you have to convert it into same inverse circular function. Either you can change cos inverse into sin inverse, or sin inverse into cos inverse. 2 sin inverse x into cos inverse or cos inverse into sin inverse. You have to change only one. So there are formula for 2 sin inverse x. There are two formulae for 2 sin inverse x. What are they? Can you tell me? In the first online class we did the formula, isn't it? Inverse of the function. That is 2 sin inverse x. It has two formulae. So which is the first one? It is sin inverse 2x root under 1 minus x square, right? But you cannot use this formula in this case, okay? Because cos inverse x is there. The 2 sin inverse x लाई चाहिँ हामी केमा लानुपर्छ? Cos inverse x मा लानुपर्छ. त अझ एउटा formula छ 2 sin inverse x को. There is another formula for 2 sin inverse x. What is that formula? 2 sin inverse x is equal to, the formula is cos inverse 1 minus 2x square. So which one is used among these two? The second one, because right hand side is in terms of cos inverse. Okay. So now let us write down 2 sin inverse x. What is the formula? Cos inverse 1 minus 2x square is equal to, this is cos inverse x. Okay. Now from both the sides cos inverse is cancelled. तर तिमीले यसरी cancel गरेर नदेखाउने. Don't write that cos inverse in the next step. Okay. So or this is 1 minus 2x square is equal to x. From both the sides cos inverse are eliminated. Is that clear? So, or now let us simplify it. So this is minus 2x squared plus x, take to the left hand side, it becomes minus x, and this is plus 1 is equal to 0, right? Or here minus is taken common, 2x squared minus and minus plus x plus and minus 1 is equal to 0, or 2x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0. So now you know how to solve this equation. This is quadratic equation. So if you can factorize the left hand side, factorize it by middle term breaking. Can you factorize it? So this is 2 ones are 2. If you multiply those two numbers, you should get 2, and before 1 there is minus sign. So after subtracting, you should get 1. That is, what is the coefficient of x here? 1. So after subtracting that two numbers, you should get 1. So what are those two numbers? If you multiply them, you should get 2, and after subtracting, because there is minus sign here before 1. So after subtracting, you should get 1. What are those two numbers? 2 ones are 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay? So write down the middle term breaking method, or this is 2x squared plus, before x there is 1. That is, the coefficient of x is 1 here. So instead of 1, what will you write? 2 minus 1 into x, because 2 ones are 2 and 2 minus 1 is always 1. So you subtract गर्दा आउनु पर्यो कि 1 add गर्दा आउनु पर्यो 1. यो के बुझाउँछ? यो 1 को अगाडिको माइनस साइनले बुझाउँछ. यो चाहिँ सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा. यदि 1 को अगाडि पोजिटिभ भयो चाहिँ एड गर्दा हुन्थ्यो. तर यहाँ नेगेटिभ साइन छ त सबट्र्याक्ट गर्दा हुन्छ. That is 2 minus 1, right? Then write down minus 1 is equal to 0. Is it clear? So from here you can easily get the values of x. Or 2x squared plus 2x minus x minus 1 is equal to 0, right? So from the first two terms, what are common here? What is common here? 2x within bracket x plus 1 minus 1 is common here. So within bracket, what do we get? It is x plus 1, which is equal to 0, right? So what is common now? Again, that is x plus 1 into 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, right? Is that right? Now you can write either or. Either x plus 1 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, right? So what is the value for x from here? X is equal to minus 1, or what is the value of x from that equation? 2x minus 1 is equal to 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, that is x is equal to half. Is that right? So what is the answer now? Therefore, x is equal to minus 1, or it is half. So write down both the answers. So this is the method that you can solve the given equation. So what is the answer here? X is equal to minus 1 or half. Okay. Now let's do the next question now. So now let's do, that is question number 35. This is also you have to solve. That means you have to get the value of x. Okay. Now on the left hand side there is tan inverse 1 upon x plus tan inverse 2, and on the right hand side there is pi by 2. You have to solve it. So use the formula on the left hand side. What is that formula that you can use on the left hand side? That is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, right? Let's use that formula. What is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y now? It is tan inverse within bracket x plus y. What is x plus y? 1 upon x plus 2 divided by 1 minus xy, isn't it? 1 minus xy means 1 upon x into 2, which is equal to pi by 2. Is that right? Next, what will you do? Let us simplify it. Take this tan inverse to the right hand side. It becomes tan, isn't it? Or here what's the LCM in the numerator? X. So it is 1 plus 2x. And in the denominator, what's the LCM? It is x. So what is there in the numerator? It is x minus 2, which is equal to, when this tan inverse goes to the right hand side, it becomes tan. So that is tan pi by 2. So here x gets cancels, right? Or 1 plus 2x whole divided by x minus 2. X minus 2 is equal to, what is tan pi by 2? What is the value for tan pi by 2? It is always undefined. Infinity, undefined. Okay? So, if the right hand side is undefined, left hand side should also be undefined. Isn't it? So, how can you get the value for x here? So, instead of this undefined term, you may write 1 by 0. Because 1 by 0, division by 0 is always meaningless. So, some number cannot be divided by 0. Some number cannot be divided by 0. So, something divided by 0 is undefined. Okay? So, now, or 1 plus 2x divided by x minus 2 is equal to, so always if you want to solve it, if there is infinity or undefined term, you always write 1 by 0 because 1 by 0 is always undefined. Okay? Now you can do cross multiplication, cross multiply. So 1 into x minus 2 is equal to 0 into any number? 0. Or what is the value for x? X is equal to what? 2. So we have got the answer. So x is equal to 2. Understood? So x को value for the answer 2. बुझ्यो तिमीले यो? ल अब हामी अर्को क्वेशन गर्छौं फेरि. So now again this question is solved. Now we will do question number 36. Let us get the value for x. Okay. So now can you tell me what is the formula for tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square? What is the formula for tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square? There is a formula. That is tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square is equal to, so what is this formula? It is 2 tan inverse x. If you don't know the formula, you can derive it by the trigonometric substitution. When you put x is equal to tan theta here, this will be 2 tan theta divided by 1 minus tan square theta, which is equal to tan 2 theta. And tan inverse tan 2 theta is equal to 2 theta, and instead of theta you can write tan inverse x. In this way also you can derive the formula. Otherwise, if you remember the formula, if you know the formula, directly you can write down the formula also. That is tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square is equal to, what is the formula? It is 2 tan inverse x. Okay? So let us write down the formula here. 2 into 2 is already there, but its formula is again 2, then write down tan inverse x is equal to pi by 3. Okay? Now, or this is 2 2s are 4, take it to the right hand side, it becomes tan inverse x is equal to pi by, now cross multiply by 4 here, 4 3s are 12. Okay? Or now you have to get the value for x. X is equal to what? Tan pi by 12. But you cannot leave the answer here. हामी answer यही छोड्नु हुँदैन. X को value आयो. But you have to get the particular value of tan pi by 12. So how can you simplify it now? So you have to get the value for tan pi by 12. But this pi by 12 is not the standard angle. You know that, isn't it? So now, let us find out the value for tan pi by 12. Let us simplify it now. Therefore, x is equal to, you can write it as in terms of sine by cos. Sine pi by 12 divided by cos pi by 12, right? So how can you simplify it further? If there is cos pi by 12 in the denominator, multiply it by 2 sine pi by 12. So that you can write it in the form 2 sine x cos x. Isn't it? If you write 2 sine x cos x, So this formula is from multiple angles, isn't it? What is 2 sin x cos x? It is sin 2x. So that's why in the denominator, if there is cos pi by 12 multiplied by 2 sin pi by 12. So if you multiply the denominator by 2 sin pi by 12, you have to multiply again the numerator by the same expression, that is 2 sin pi by 12. That is, you have to multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 2 sin pi by 12 to simplify it and to find out its value. Okay? So let us do it. The हामी यहाँ माथि र तल के multiply गर्छौं अरे 2 sin pi by 12, right? So it is 2 sin square pi by 12 divided by, in the denominator, 2 sin pi by 12 cos pi by 12, right? So now we have to use the formula here now from trigonometry. 2 sin square theta is there. Here theta is pi by 12, right? So you know this formula 2 sin square theta. Can you tell me what is 2 sin square theta? 2 sin square theta is equal to, what is the formula? That is from multiple angles in trigonometry, right? So 2 sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta in the numerator, and instead of theta there is pi by 12. Now in the denominator, which formula is used? 2 sin theta cos theta. So what is the formula in this case? It is sin 2 theta. Is that clear now? So let us use the formula here. Or x is equal to, this is 2 sin square theta. What is theta here? Pi by 12. Use the first one. 1 minus cos 2 into what is theta? Pi by 12 whole divided by, now this is 2 sin theta cos theta. What is the formula? Sin 2 theta. Sin 2 into what is theta here? It is pi by 12. Right? So let us cancel them. 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12, 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12. Right? So or x is equal to 1 minus cos pi by 6. Right? 2 raised 12 by 6 times go. So it is cos pi by 6. In the denominator, it is sin pi by 6. So what is pi by 6 now? Pi by 6 is 30 degree, which is the standard angle. You know that, isn't it? So you know the standard value of sin 30 degree as well as cos 30 degree. So now let us write down the value now. Or x is equal to, in the numerator now, 1 minus, what is cos 30 degree? What is the value for cos 30 degree? What is it? Tell me. Root 3 by 2, right? And what is sin 30 degree? It is half. Now you can simplify it further. Or x is equal to, what's the LCM in the numerator? That is 2. Below 1 there is 1. So 2 1s are 2 minus root 3, and in the denominator it is half. Now you can again simplify it further. 2 gets cancels here. Or what is x is equal to? It is 2 minus root 3. So this is the final answer. So solve. Solve means you have to get the value for x. So what is the value for x here? It is 2 minus root over 3. Is that understood? So you can copy it again. Copy it. We'll do the next question now. Now again, you have to solve this problem. That is in number 37. Tan inverse cot x plus cot inverse tan x is equal to pi by 4. So now, how can we solve it? If this is tan inverse, can you convert this cot x into tan? But don't write 1 by tan x, but you can write it as tan 90 minus x, isn't it? Tan pi by 2 minus x is also cot x. Here also cot inverse, but don't write 1 by cot x, but you can write cot pi by 2 minus x. Okay, so that you can cancel that inverse circular function. Okay, So next, or it is tan inverse. What is cot x? What will you write for cot x? Tan pi by 2 minus x plus, okay, plus cot inverse. What will you write instead of tan x? It is cot pi by 2 minus x, right? So which is equal to pi by 4. Now in this case, tan 90 minus x is cot x. In this case, cot 90 minus x is tan x. So that you can cancel this tan inverse tan. Here also cot inverse cot gets cancelled. That is, tan inverse tan x is equal to x, and cot inverse cot x is also x. Okay. So what is the value here? It is pi by 2 minus x, right? Plus here also cot inverse cot gets cancels. What do we get? Pi by 2 minus x is equal to pi by 4. Is it clear now? Now what is pi by 2 plus pi by 2? 2 pi by 2, which is equal to pi. Then minus x minus 2x is equal to what? It is pi by 4. Now let us find out the value for x. Or minus 2x is equal to pi by 4 minus pi. Okay? So now next step, minus 2x is equal to what is pi by 4 minus pi? LCM 4. So now in the numerator it is pi minus 4 pi, right? Or next, or minus 2x is equal to what is pi minus 4 pi? You have to subtract it, and you have to write down the sign of the greater number, that is minus 3 pi divided by 4. So from both the sides you can cancel this minus sign. Or what is the value for x here? Only x. What is this value? So you can cross multiply by 2 here. So it is 3 pi by 4 to the 8. So this is your answer. So answer for this question number 37 is x is equal to, what is the answer? It is 3 pi by 8, right? So now question number 38, you have to solve it also. This is the given equation, you have to solve it. Okay, so this is important problem, right? Now in this case there is tan inverse 1 minus x upon 1 plus x minus half tan inverse x is equal to 0, where x is always positive. So you have to get the answer x as a positive number but not negative number and including 0. So x should be always positive in this case. Now for this first term, which formula is used? The formula that you can use here is, so in the numerator there is minus sign, okay? So you can use this formula. Tan inverse x minus y upon 1 minus xy. So yesterday in the last online class I told you about this formula, that is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse within bracket x minus y upon 1 plus xy, isn't it? So I also told you that you have to memorize the formula from both the sides, either from the left hand side or from the right hand side. So we are writing it from the right hand side, that is tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy, which is equal to, what is the formula in this case? So in this case, what is the formula? It is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. Is that clear? So you can use this formula for the first term. What is x here? X is 1 here. What is y here? X. Okay? 1 plus, here you can write 1 into x. That means 1 means x and x means y. So let us write in the form of tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy. Right? So or this is tan inverse 1 minus x upon 1 plus 1 into x. Now this is the form tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy, isn't it? Here what is the value for x? 1. Here what is the value for y? It is x. You can compare these two expressions. These are the same expressions, isn't it? Compare these two. X is equal to 1 and y is equal to what? X. And in the denominator, 1 is 1 fixed. This one is constant, plus instead of x there is 1 and instead of y there is x. Right? So this is the formula. Now second term, keep it same. Half tan inverse x, which is equal to 0. Right? Is that clear? So next you can use the formula here, or you can use the formula, this one, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. What is x here? It is 1. So tan inverse 1, right? Then minus, what is tan inverse y here? It is tan inverse x. Then minus tan inverse x, which is equal to 0. Now you can easily simplify it. Okay? So, or tan inverse, now we can simplify it. If this is tan inverse, you can write 1 in terms of tan. So tan ko kun cha angle cha 1 ho? Tan of which angle is 1? It is tan pi by 4. And now you can simplify this second term and third term, same sign, you have to add them. So similar terms and same sign, you can add them. Minus, this is 2 ones are 2, plus 1, that is 3 by 2 tan inverse x, which is equal to 0. So is that understood? So now let us simplify it. What is tan inverse tan pi by 4? Pi by 4 minus 3 by 2 tan inverse x, which is equal to 0. Okay. Now let us solve it. So, or minus 3 by 2 tan inverse x, keep it on the left hand side, minus 3 by 2 tan inverse x, and then take pi by 4 to the right hand side. So which is equal to minus pi by 4, right? So here minus gets cancels, is equal to, this is left hand side, is equal to this is right hand side. So below this, that is in the denominator, we have 2 and 4 here, you can cancel them, similar terms can be cancelled. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, right? Or this is 3 tan inverse x is equal to, this is your pi by 2. Clear? So in the next step, or tan inverse x is equal to cross multiply by 3 here, 3 twos are 6, pi by 6. This is pi by, cross multiply by 3 here, 3 twos are, it is 6, right? So next, or x is equal to, this is tan pi by 6. When this tan inverse goes to the right hand side, it becomes tan. So it is tan pi by 6. So, or what is x is equal to? This is tan 30 degree. Pi by 6 means tan 30 degree, which is equal to 1 upon root over 3. So this is the answer. So pi by 6 is 30 degree. What is the value for tan 30 degree? It is 1 upon root 3. So you have understood? त आज हामी यी समय गर्छौं, ठीक छ? त आज हामी जति पनि गर्यौं सबै घरमा रिभिजन गर्नु अनि होमवर्क पनि गर्नु, ठीक छ? आज कतिवटा क्वेशनहरु इम्पोर्टेन्टमा छ, मैले इम्पोर्टेन्ट भनेर ल्याएको छु, त्यो घरमा तिमीले राम्रोसँग प्र्याक्टिस गर्ने, बुझ्यौ हैन? So in the next class we'll do the next section, that is each question carries 4 marks. So we have finished this 2 marks section. Okay? So thank you.